Hello everyone, welcome to Soul Seekers Tarot and your reading. I'm Corey. Lovely to have to be here with you guys today, and lovely to have you here with me. Thanks for coming by and watching the video. So today in the reading we're going to be looking at the fact that the divine is speaking to us all the time. So the divine is speaking to you, and what does it have for you today? What does the divine have for you today? The divine is always speaking to us. What does it have for you today? And I'm going to use this deck. It's what is it? It's the witches, Seasons of the Witches. It's like the Yuletide one. It's a Christmassy kind. And I meant to put some kind of Christmas decoration, but I completely forgot, so please forgive. But anyways, here we go. We'll get 3 piles. And the first pile is going to be Bear Medicine. There is no tomorrow without the healing of the past, for in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are, which is a good thing. Find you right where you are. There's no past, there's no future. Right here is what all there is. That's important, right? Pile 2, we have Remembering. It's card 29, that's card 1, New Beginning. Card 29 is, that adds up to 11, right? Which is a master number, or 2, and that's funny in the background. Oh, how thy glimpse glimmer in the darkest of sights, never forgotten, never still, yet pacing in the mind, in the twilight of the night, remembering. Beautiful. Okay, for pile 3, we have got the Unknown. Card 41 is 5, it's change. Think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. That's what the heart is for. Desire, passion, desire, what it is that you want. All right, so those are the 3 piles. And so if you maybe you do use your intuition, but if you don't, we have got numbers for you, or I have got numbers for you. There's no one else but me here besides Fuddy. So the numbers Fuddy has for you, okay, is 4 and 5 for pile 1. So either 4 or 5 or 45, 54, or 9 if you add them together. So I have for pile 2, we got 2 and 3, one right after another. So 23, 32, or 5. And then the last one, of course, got to be 1 and 6. So 16, 61, 7. Yeah, so Buddy and I both have this for you for pile 3. Right, Buddy? Okay, so if it wasn't numbers that helped you, maybe it's your zodiac sign. I like using the zodiac signs myself, because then I really know for sure it's meant for me. Well, as best as I can, because not every reading is meant for us, even though our zodiac sign's attached to it. And that's pile 2, and then pile 3. Haven't you noticed that when you watch tarot cards? You'll watch your sun sign. Mine is Sagittarius. I watch Sagittarius. I can watch them all if I were to watch every single tarot card reader on YouTube. And there'll be plenty of them that just doesn't seem to fit me at all. Okay, because there's other Sagittarians, right, obviously, that have different things going on. So pile 1, we have got for your zodiac, we have got Taurus and Scorpio, with Leo and Pisces. Pile 2, we have the little crab, Cancer and Virgo. And Sagittarius and Aries. The darn Aries and Sagittarius come out together a lot. A lot. Last week and the week before, I think it was all 3 fire signs in the same grouping. So, and I say that because I'm a fire sign. So I notice these things. Pile 3, we have Capricorn and Gemini. Yep, Capricorn and Gemini. Excuse me. And Aquarius and Libra. Okay, my lovely people, this is what we have for the 3 piles. So, take your time, and I'll be back with you shortly. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. you have chosen this card, Bear Medicine. Number 1 is for, new beginnings and fresh start. And the card says, there is no tomorrow without the healing of the past, for in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are. Yes, that's beautiful. Bear Medicine. Okay, so if you didn't choose your pile with the card, you chose it because of the number. We had 4 or 5. 4 or 5, 45 or 54 or 9 if you added them together. Now, this is for the question the divine is speaking to you. So what does it have for you right now? And the zodiac sign is, zodiac signs are Taurus and Scorpio with Leo and Pisces. All right. So let's find out what the divine is actually saying to you right now. What does it have for you that's, relatively important, okay? I would say, the divine speaks to us all the time. And it's constantly telling us, love. Love and be loved. That's basically what it is. But there's, this whole, with the human mind, it translates that into so many other meanings, like love as in love my kids, love myself, love my spouse, love my romantic partner, love my family, love my friends, love my job, love my job, love my goals, love this, love that, right? But it really, what it just means is to be happy. To be happy and just to express yourself in happy terms. So that's what the divine is telling us all the time. But how are we translating that? What does it have for you? What does it have for you, pile 1? Okay, so I'm going to pick some, what do you call these? Tea leaves cards. And I'm going to pick a blue one or a green one, whatever it is here, for each pile. It doesn't like the green one will say like love or marriage or money or something like that. It doesn't have to actually literally mean that, but we'll see. Marriage, speaking about that. So it could be talking about your relationship with your romantic person. Doesn't necessarily mean, and it could mean that you are in the throes of getting married, or you haven't been asked and you will be asked. Tulip. Oh, yes, great passion, tulip. The table is hard work ahead. And let's get one more. Yeah, should we get one more? Yeah, let's get one more. One more, here he comes. Oh no, it's older man. Dealings or relationship with an older man. Very interesting. So an older man could be like clergy, okay? Older man could be clergy. It could be your father or father-in-law. It could be some kind of person that a friend of your family's, whatever. It could be an older man. It could be your, thinking of you're going to be married to somebody who's much older than you. Now, so what's much older than you? I don't know. It's all relative, right? So however that works out for you. It could be just a year older than you, and that would be an older man, right? Or even a few months older than you would be an older man. So however you take it. But yeah, that's what we got. Older man, tulip, great passion, and then hard work ahead. So it could be, if it's has to do with a romantic relationship, it means that maybe it's possible that you're having trouble relating, even though you're together, whether you're married or just in a committed relationship, relating to each other because of the age difference. But that would have to mean it to be a significant age difference for the most part. There is no tomorrow without healing of the past, for in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are. I could read a little bit more about that from the book, and I shall in a moment. Let's get a Lenormand to round this off nicely. What do you say? Yeah. So Archangel Michael, thank you for being here and enveloping us in your beautiful angelic wings of light, love, protection, and guidance. It's Christmas soon. Yay. Please throw us a Lenormand, please. Yeah, that relates to this reading thus far. Wishing well, and that's a 5 for 41. Change. Wishing something. Having a new perspective, seeing from looking deep within you for what it is that you truly desire. Was I just talking about that? Wasn't I just talking about that, guys? What we truly desire? Oh yeah, what does it have for you? The divine is speaking to you. And it speaks through us through love, right? That's what I was talking about, through love. What do you love? So that is, you know, your goals and wishes. What do you love? What is it that you want to experience? What would you throw a penny or a nickel into a wishing well for? Yeah, maybe $1 these days, right? So number 1, yeah, that's not too hard to find, is it? Number 1 would be for me. So number 1, let's see. Keywords is hibernation, meditation, and healing. Okay, it's healing the past, right? There is no tomorrow. I've read this already twice. No tomorrow without the healing of the past. For in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are. Yeah, healing the past so that you can move freely forward, of course, but be at peace right here and right now, in your every moment, right? Because every moment is the here and now. So be at peace because you've healed the past. And what do we tend to drag along with us? The past, yes, baggage, pain, yes, suffering. So you are such a strong sacred soul, but even the strong need time to rest. Making space for solitude and healing is not a sign of weakness, but self-preservation and self-worth. It shows a deep love and honoring of your most sacred treasure, you. That is why healers, shamans, gurus, and guides the world over make alone time such a priority. Having a meditative practice allows you to heal mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. You have pulled the Bear Medicine card because you will find guidance, understanding, and healing for your situation in moments of solitude. You will begin to see things from a different perspective once you've had time. Isn't that interesting? Because I said different perspective here. With, you know, because you're looking deep into the well of yourself and seeing what lies there below. That needs to, you know, you need to have a different perspective on, because how are you seeing your life through the lens of your subconscious, which is what we all do. It may not be the most glorious looking life, you know. It may be that your lenses need to clear up a little bit, a new perspective. A lot of us tend to look through rose-colored lenses, right? Rose-colored glasses where the lenses are roses, everything's rosy, right? But really it's not, and we know it's not, but we try to avoid facing the harsh reality that when we take those glasses off we would see. So we keep our glasses on, the rose-colored lenses, right? So we need to you know, change our perspective a little bit so that we're seeing more clearly. That the past no longer really truly doesn't exist. It only exists in our mind, and it's through the memories and the way we're allowing ourselves to keep thinking about a situation or a relationship or whatever it is that has caused us some kind of pain, upset, anger, whatever, that we bring it into our here and now, where we would otherwise be peaceful and calm, but we're not because we're feeling anxious and stressed. Now, this is why healers, I read that, okay, allows you to heal mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. You have pulled the Bear Medicine card, the Bear Medicine card, because you will find guidance, understanding, and healing for your situation in moments of solitude. You will begin to see things from a different perspective once you've had time to recharge your batteries. Your problem may even present itself in an entirely new light after some self-reflection. How many of you, and I'm one of them, that when I'm hungry or I'm tired, we get irritable? You know, overworked, underpaid, overstressed, and just no alone time or just downtime, and we get tired. We just like truly get overly tired, and we get very irritable. Yes, and then we don't want to listen to anybody, and nobody else is right but us, right? And so we want to we just want to be left alone in our thoughts of we're right, and you know, you just need to leave me alone, right? Otherwise, I'm about to blast off on you. So that's pretty much why we need to rest. We get a good night's sleep, and then the next morning, if it's a good night's sleep, we've recharged. In the morning, and next morning, we might even be apologetic or totally in different spirits, you know? Okay, so Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, it looks like somebody is dealing with an older man. Whether it's a relationship or, well, I mean, everything's a relationship. We have a relationship with our big toe. You know, I have a relationship with my big toe in the sense that it concerns me that it's in good health, right? And if it's not in good health, then I'm concerned, right? And I may not walk properly, and I may feel miserable or something, right? So everything we're in a relationship with. So dealings or a relationship with an older man, there's something to do with great passion and hard work ahead. It could be that you've got somebody in your life who's an older person who has some kind of maybe authority over you, or you take their, you want to please them, you want to make them happy, you don't want them, in other words, you don't want them to be strict with you and you know, make life difficult for you, no matter what age you are. Or it's like maybe you have a father living with you or a father-in-law living with you, and I would say probably a father, and you want to, you know, you want to be married, or you are married, and this person makes life a little bit more complicated and difficult and maybe aggravating at times, right? Because they push their opinions onto you. And the divine is just saying you need some bear medicine, because this person is testing you. Like, you know, it's you have a task of being able to look within and see what it is that you really want. So there could be, if it's not that you're married or marrying or in a relationship with someone that's a bit older than you, or older, quite a bit older than you, that's causing some challenges and obstacles for like experiencing great passion with them, right? And it doesn't have to be sexual, right? That passion doesn't have to be sexual. It's just great passion could be just that feeling like this is just right. It's right. That being with this person is right. I feel so good and passionate about my time spent with my relationship with my person. I really love having this person in my life. I really dig them, and we're going to do great things together. Even if we don't do a dang thing, it'll be perfect anyways, right? And we're going to be looking at what it is that is important to you, that you want to have fulfilled, wish fulfillment, right? Wishing well. You want to be fulfilled, and it could be in the sexual area, pile one. It doesn't have to be, again. So however it resonates with you, married or not, either just in a relationship, thinking about getting married, maybe wanting to get married and your person doesn't. It's just, this could just go any way for you, pile one. But there's definitely hard work ahead. There's a problem with the fact that this person is either you're in a romantic, or it's some friend or a friend of the family, or an uncle, or father-in-law, whatever figure, an authority figure. Older man could be the neighbor next door who plays loud music. Heavy metal head banging music every morning starting at 6 a.m. I doubt it, but that they have some kind of quirky thing to them, that maybe they pull their garbage can over onto your property all the time, because they feel that what they're looking at is that when the garbage is taken, that you'll be aggravated with their can sitting on their lawn, on your lawn, that you will push it over to their lawn and probably take it back to, because they're an older person, you'd take it all the way back to their garage, Stuff like that, trying to manipulate you into doing something for them. Whatever it is, it is. And the divine is just saying it's time. And it could be an older man, might be a mental health counselor. It could be a yoga instructor. It could be someone who, you know, is in the spiritual arena of, like, let's say who, like Deepak Chopra, you know, famous self-help, nonfiction, spiritual teacher, writer with Hay House. He's an older man than me. He's an older man, and he will be able to tell you more about finding peace and tranquility and happiness and joy through the art of meditation, or just singularity focused, you know. So this card wants to come out. Okay, let's see. It says Ten of Swords. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Something's been awry, and you need to pick yourself back up and get on with it. Wheel of Fortune, and because 10 is the end, you are moving into, like, I paid off a karmic debt. Now I'm in the motion of the wheel turning in the fortunate way, the Dharma way. Another wheel, it was not a wheel, it's a circle, but it's the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, that's a brand new beginning of big prosperity and abundance. Yeah, total blessing. And mindset too, by the way. A total change of mind, overhaulment, you know, or you say new perspective here. Taking on a new perspective and gaining as a result of that. Gaining prosperously. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. Well, so some kind of offer is being made to you, or you're able to be in the position to offer something. Let's see. Could be a friend too that's coming along. The Fool. Okay, off to take a chance. The Chariot to get going. The Queen of Cups to be in love and happy and, you know, sitting in that intuitive, I am totally, you know, spoke of the love, right? Love. I'm totally in the, and I always do this. That means you wear your love on your sleeve. You're vulnerable, which is a good thing. As long as you're vulnerable in the sense that you don't fear offering your love to someone. Speaking of offering, giving your love away. You don't fear, because you don't fear that you're not going to get it back. Because even if you don't get it back from the person you give it to, you know it's going to come back around to you anyways. The divine, like the universe, is going to make sure of that. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, some conflict with the King of Pentacles. Conflict with the King of Pentacles. It could be the older man. Queen of Swords in the mix. Ace of Cups. Eight of Cups. And the Hermit. Oh my goodness. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Justice. And then the Page of Cups. Okay, so it told us a story. There's the Three of Swords here too, with the Two of Pentacles and the King of Cups, which be your you know, a match for you. But the match would be what I'd be looking at here if I were to take these three out. Let's just say Death and Transformation and the Sun and the Star. Oh my God. You know, so we got some really great cards. These are all three major arcanas right after another. Death, the Sun, and the Star. Okay, and there's the Eight of Pentacles with working hard, which resonates with that, and then success. And Two of Cups. Oh my God. So the story doesn't stop there, right? So we've got the Eight of Pentacles working hard with the Six of Wands, success, and the Two of Cups, love. Realized love. Realized love. I bring these guys over here so you can see them. There. You can see that? All right. Wow, we got a lot of cards here, guys. That's okay. So we got to work hard. There's something going on in your life that has to do with an older man. Remember, this older man could be a month, a week, a day older than you. Okay, so older man. And you don't have to be a woman, you can be a man dealing with an older man. But in any case, what we got here is Ten of Swords. So you have been like laid out flat, betrayed in some way, disappointed, like deeply disappointed, you know, because it's the 10, that you have been truly, you know, pushed to your limits, where you have fallen, you couldn't get back up again. Just couldn't get back up again. But the good thing about, you know, something bad coming along, something disappointing coming along, painful or whatever, if you truly, truly feel it, truly, truly feel it, and then ask the question, why? You're paying off your debt. Your debt to the karma that you built up from before or during this particular situation. And then the destiny comes along that says, okay, now you're on the path of goodness, of good things. And they'll say, and the divine says, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. Well, this is because you've done that. You've getting yourself back up. That's the end of it. You can't have 11 swords, 10 swords. That's it. You're back up on your feet. You're going with in the motion of walking your destiny of Dharma now, building up, gaining momentum of good, you know, fortune, good fortune and good things coming. And the first thing that shows up is the Ace of Pentacles. My God, this is one of the first things that shows up after you pay off your karmic debt. You should be saying, Yahoo! Yay, I'm so glad that card is there. Yeah, it's showed up as the Ace of Pentacles. It's a brand new beginning that the divine is offering you. You can close your eyes and say, I don't see it. That's fine. You don't have to take it, but it's offering it to you. Okay, and here's an offer that is going to come by in some way through someone or some opportunity. Okay, it's because, like I said, this can go to so many different people in different, you know, different people who chose pile 1. Whatever your situation is, it could apply to any person's situation that's watching pile 1. Okay, so there's something that you really, if it's not a romantic kind of great passion with the tulip, it's just that you feel very strongly towards something or someone, doing something or doing something. It's something that you want to really marry yourself with, align with. Okay? Like I said, this doesn't have to be literal, but it can be. All right? But you're going to be, you know, there's hard work ahead in order for you to obtain, which is what we got here, the Six of Wands, success. You know you're going to be successful. We got to follow a story though. So something, opportunity or offers coming along that you're going to be saying, yes, sir, let me pack my bags and I'm just going to go. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say, why not? Let's just do it. You know, whether it's marriage or whatever the opportunity is. You're going to keep in mind though, there's always time for stillness. Always time for stillness, because you got to check in with whatever's, because, you know, when you lower this bucket down into the well, what do you want to pull up? The down deep is the subconscious, right? What do you want to pull up? What is your wish fulfillment? What is the wishing well thing for you? You want to wish yourself well. So you want to pull up something that you're willing to take a look at and say, I'm ready to change that, because it's card number 41, which is 5. I'm ready to change that perspective, right? I'm willing to change my perspective when it comes to this, at least, right? And so you do. You make some tweaks. You decide you're going to go all for it. And you start moving, progressing forward. And this could simply be progressing and changing your mind forward, okay? But it could also literally mean have something to do with what's going on in your life, okay, or what's coming up. But you're going to become vulnerable, but it's going to have its conflicts, okay, internal or external with the King of Pentacles. And this King of Pentacles has something to do with the older man. So you want to love your life. You want to express yourself in ways that shows how much you are in love with the idea, of doing something. Okay? Doing or having something. You're in love with it. You have a lot of passion for it. You're just like, your heart is just beating, boom, 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 like she's doing. She's got her hand on her. She kind of got her hand on her chest, feeling her heart go boom, 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 boom. So, she is the Queen of Cups. She's very, very friendly, kind, compassionate, but she loves herself. She does. She loves herself, and that's how it should be. But there's always this conflict. There's internal or external conflict. So she might have this internal conflict about this person that's never really been spoken, with the King of Pentacles. He might be too grounded, like in the sense of, for her. You know, the king doesn't necessarily mean he's out of balance. He could be, if he's too grounded and not enough with his, you know, head in the stars too. But then he would be more upside down. But in the upright, he's good, but it just poses problems for her in some way. You know, you could be a man in the Queen of Cups and a woman in the Queen of Pentacles, or man, whatever. Woman. Yeah. So, but there's a Queen of Swords in the mix here. Somebody's been speaking to them, or you are cutting this person out. You're giving them a word of truth. A word or a sentence or many more. Speaking to them in a way that says, look, buddy, this is what I want. Now be kind, because he's in the upright. You know, he's not trying to do anything that will ruin your life, this person. They're not. They're just being, you know, maybe be playing the devil's advocate, or just has a lot of questions. Well, what if you do this and that happens, you know? And sometimes we can answer, like, we're okay with answering a few of those questions, but when it comes, they keep coming. It's kind of like you get to the point where you say, like, would you just be quiet already? That's where this, like this here, the Queen of Swords, it's like, I just need to cut this conversation out now, because whatever your perspective is about what it is I want to do is not my perspective, and I need to follow my own heart. I need to follow my own heart. I need to be my true self, my own self. And this, you know, this here behavior has got this guy kind of tied up in knots, because he may be seen it as being something that is too bold, too promiscuous, too impetuous, too, you know, impulsive, reckless, whatever. Because the older man be like another generation, right? Or a culture, different culture, totally different culture. This older man could be somebody in the Asian culture and you're American. And they totally see things differently. Like they look at things as all is one. You know, everybody does for the good of all. No, you don't make any decisions for yourself individually. Whatever decision you make, it has to be for the good of all. Yeah. And we in America, North America, we are all very much individualistic focused for the most part, right? So anyways, this is just different cultures, different beliefs, different generational gappy thing, and there's just problems that way. Like I said, they're not trying to be kill your joy or anything like that. They just want to make sure you know what the heck you're doing, I guess. You know, even if you do come up with all the really logistic reasons for what you're doing, you can tell them until you're blue in the face, explain every detail to them, and they're still going to go, but there's, I don't know about this, yeah, that kind of thing. So what you're going to have to do is get right with you. You know, you are right with yourself. Like getting right with yourself. You know what it is that you want to do, right? You know what it is that you want to do. You have been able to develop a sense of self-love for what it is that you desire, what it is that you want to do in your life. What are your goals? And you've done this by looking at what it is that has been limiting you, your own way of thinking, your fears and doubts and stuff like that have been limiting your ability to move forward. Well, you're letting that go. Remember? Things have been holding you down and you're letting that go. And so now you're going to be following, walking this path of love, great love. This is like the Ace of Pentacles, it's the Ace of Cups. That is the divine offering, because you're getting yourself back on track to what it is that we all are really trying to accomplish in our lives, but may not really realize that this is what we got to do it. Because we haven't been taught. And, spirituality isn't part of everybody's everyday thinking. Like the bigger meaning of things. Why we would want to follow our heart. And what happens when we don't follow our heart? The kind of pain and suffering we experience, the hardships we experience, because we're not listening within to find out what it is our soul came here in body to do in this lifetime. And if we get off track of that, that's when we're not following our heart, you see, because the soul speaks through the heart. And so the hard work's got to come in that with the Eight of Pentacles is going to come in wherever that is, again right here. But with the Eight of Cups here is like walking away from an investment that has to do with someone else's agenda, this King of Pentacles agenda. You are walking away from whatever, because you said I gotta follow my own heart. I'm cutting your influence over what I do. I'm cutting that away. I'm walking away, and I am sailing the sea on my own, sailing the high seas on my own for a time, because I can't go it with you anymore. Whether this is the marriage, the person, somebody who's in your life a lot, could even be a teacher. It's whoever's in your life a lot, might even be the one that holds all the purse strings, okay, the finances. So you were saying, I have got to go it alone. I have to go it alone. I can't keep thinking. I've got to consider what you have to say, what your wisdom is, what your impulses are, what should I, everything that you say I should be thinking about. You should think about, what if this happens and when you do that? I can't think about all that stuff, because that just kills the joy. And they're not trying to, but that's what it kind of is boiling down to for you. So you are like saying, I got to steal away. It's my only justice. And it's me, saying, I got to offer up the love I have for my life. I have got to put it forward. I've got to put it forward. I got to say, I'm stealing away with the Seven of Swords, because it's the justice of it all for me. And this is for me. The cup of love I'm giving to myself. This is a new page in life that you're turning right here. You're giving that cup of love for yourself. You see, the self-love here, the new path that you've been on, you've had to walk away from a path, a prior path, your previous path that you've been on, listening to or being with someone who has somehow had some kind of authority or tied to the purse strings, of your ability to do what it is that really makes you, be wishful of doing, passionate, right? So then we have got, you had the breaking heart, the disappointment, and the juggles of all of that with this King of Cups, the love of this King of Cups. The King of Cups, are they the same as the King of Pentacles? I'm thinking not. I'm thinking that I really feel as though, now I'm starting to, with these cards, I'm starting to feel as though this older man is like your father or the grandfather or family friend, or what do you call it, father-in-law, somebody who's got some kind of opinion or attitude, right? That you're breaking away from somebody, an emotional investment for somebody, that they broke your heart and you've been juggling what to do. That's it. You've been juggling what to do. You hear that? Sounds like someone's in jail, going like this on the bars. It's my cat. They get up to all sorts of stuff when I'm doing my readings, guys. I'm so sorry. It's just distracting, that's all. I would love to go into a room, but then they'd be at the door knocking on the door. Yep, that's what they would do. Funny would do that. King of Cups. Let's see here. So you're juggling. This is what you're juggling. You're juggling this or that. What do I mean? You're juggling. The hard work ahead is to juggle about this person's opinion about you walking away from this person, the King of Cups. King of Pentacles, opinion about walking away from, because the two of you were, wait a minute, two of you were Queen and King of Cups. Yeah, you were a matched partnership. Now this doesn't have to be marriage, but again, it's like marriage is a partnership. It's an alignment. It's being marrying something, you know, together. So whether it's just a commitment of some kind, a partnership of some kind, a marriage, okay, that this person has some kind of ideas and opinions, attitudes about you deciding to go on your own like this, yep, and make you the one who's important, to put your love where it belongs, right, with you. And because this person broke your heart, even though they don't want to see it as being something of an obstacle for you, with the betrayal here, Ten of Swords, you know, this person here is saying, so what if he broke your heart? So what if they disappointed you, hurt you in some way? So what? You're not just going to leave them, up and leave them. Well, you're going, yeah, well, I don't know, how am I going to do this? Juggle these two, like, they want me, they want me, but they don't want me. They want me to stay with somebody who wants me, but doesn't want me. I mean, if you're farting around with someone else, obviously you don't want the person, right? So it's a juggle. It's a juggle trying to appease everyone. And, you know, you're in the mix somewhere too. So you're trying to juggle your feelings, your emotions, your truths about what to do with this guy here and that guy there. So you decide to put an end to it, because you walked away, right? Walked away, went on your own, stole away with the Seven of Swords. And why I just got stole away, just in this particular reading, when I saw the Seven of Swords, all I thought was stealing away. I wasn't thinking about somebody trying to be deceptive and all of this, and which could be very well be, but you need to steal away. This is like, he's looking like, wait for me, or he's waving at the ship coming in. I think the ship's coming in. I'm not sure, but in any case, he's going to jump on that ship and get away, because that'll be justice for you. That'll be fairness and balance, because you need to get away on your own from somebody who has, you know, just let you down, deeply let you down. Yep. Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. So you're putting an end to being with this person, the end to juggling between this person and that person. You have stepped into the Queen of Swords energy and said, enough is enough. Done with that. Death. I'm transforming my life. I'm going into the sun. I'm going to be moving towards, with the Chariot, as, you know, taking that leap of faith that I'm going to be, someone's going to make you an offer to take the chance, right? To follow your heart and be happy and follow your wishes. You know, aligning yourself, again, marrying yourself, aligning yourself with your wish fulfillment. That whole other parallel world of your vortex, of all good things in your vortex that you've been putting there ever since the moment you were born. And then working hard to make sure that you stay on that path of following your heart and not, you know, getting sidetracked with somebody else's agendas, ideas. Okay? And Six of Wands, which leads to success. Victory and success for you. Victory and success. And guess what comes along? True love. Two of Cups comes along. Because you're following your heart, you become a huge heart magnet. Someone who's not afraid to wear your heart on your sleeve, to be vulnerable, because you're doing what's right for you now. You're passionate about how you feel, how you want to feel. You want to feel good. You want to feel love. You want to be listening. You're listening to the divine all the time. Say love, 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 love to you. Love, 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 love. That's what the divine is saying to you. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. I mean, that's the only language. If there was such a word in spirit, it would be just love. But it's the essence, that spirit, that the divine is the essence of love. So when you open up your heart to allow this essence to come in, and it fills, your heart fills up, and then it just, you can't help. It's like overfilling a cup. It overflows. It just starts filling up just like this. The Ace of Cups is overflowing with love. Overflowing. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. So that's what the divine is speaking to you. So what does it have for you? It has for you, you are following your heart. You're listening to the love, 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 love language of the divine. And you're saying, I'm loving myself to smithereens. I'm loving myself to smithereens. That's the end of it. I'm done listening to you and being with you, you little turd. Yep. And this marriage is going to be like this. Or you may be thinking about, as it's nicely aligned with that you're going to marry somebody else. Okay? No matter what this guy has to say. And it could be that this older man could also be that because some of the cards play dual action, I guess, dual story, where this could mean the King of Pentacles and his opinions, because he's an older generation kind of thing, but it could also mean that this person is the one that you're falling in love with. The Two of Cups can be that older man that you have great passion for, that you're going to be working hard on making sure that your marriage is full of love. Love, 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 love. You know, fairness and balance and love, 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 love. That's all, wishes and goals, and just feeling just totally moved by being in a relationship with that person. Yep, this feeling really, really good. And that, my dear pile number one, is what I have for you today. So that's what the divine has for you today, is that you follow your heart. You're going to be able to jump over mountains, over obstacles and challenges that other people might bring to your door, put on your plate and say that you own that. You're going to say, no, I don't. No, I don't, right? You keep doing that, continuing to listen to what the divine is saying to you. Love, 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 love. And you're going to be quite successful and victorious and falling in love again. With great big blessings right here of the Pentacle and the heart, right? It's all good. The sun, the star, your wishes, transformation into being happy, joyful, and all the things that the sun brings into you with the star and all the wishes. I mean, you got a great spread here. This is awesome. So, everybody, pile one, I hope you enjoyed this. And so take care. Bye for now. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen Remembering, card 29, which is 11. Oh, how thy glimpse glimmer in the darkest of sights, never forgotten, never still, yet pacing in the mind in the twilight of the night. Yeah, so remembering, recalling the past, nostalgia, or whatever. Yeah, so that's, the memories are stored in our brains, right? Our brains, maybe in the dark matter. I don't know. No, it's not. But But in any case, this is the card that you've chosen, the pile you've chosen, pile 2, to look at the idea that the divine is speaking to you. It speaks to us all the time. All the time. And what I said in pile 1, it speaks of love. Because it doesn't know anything more than love. Love, 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 love. And it's however humans translate that into many different ways. Like, as you can know already, how we speak of love of this, love of that, love of this person. I love that person romantically. I love this person's family. I love that person's friends. I love my job. I love my, I love my house. So we translate it into many different ways, but it's just feeling good about something, right? Something or someone. So that's what you've chosen, the remembering of, like, things that are always coming into your mind. Nothing's forgotten and nothing's still, and it's pacing in your mind in the twilight of the night. Even, at night, you may even be thinking about something, remembering something. It could be good. All right. And so I'm going to look at the meaning of that in a moment. This is the Seasons of the Witch, the Yule Oracle. The Yule Oracle. I say the Yule Tide Oracle, but it's Christmassy one. Because it's Christmas, right? Coming up. And so I'll read that after I get the rest of these cards. So I'm going to pull a blue or a green one. Let's see. I pull a green one. It doesn't necessarily mean, like, if it's marriage or wealth, that it means that particular, like, it's literal, is what I'm trying to not say. Let's see. Okay, I'm pulling this one. Marriage. I tried. Oh my God. I tried to make sure I didn't pull the same one. I thought that was this one over here. But, anyways, I'm actually not done, am I? I'm just ahead of myself here. So if you didn't pick the card for your pile, you picked the number that resonates with you, 2 or 3, 23, 32, or 5. All right, and then the zodiac sign is Sagittarius and Aries with, what do you call that? Cancer and Virgo. Yeah, Cancer and Virgo. Sorry, guys, I kind of got ahead of myself. But yes, I chose marriage. I did. And that was in pile 1, 2. And like I said, it doesn't have to be literal. Okay, I'm going to pick 3 more. This one, Turkey. Okay, someone is behaving stupidly. I don't mean to laugh, but it is kind of a funny card. And then we have Butterfly, a change for the better. Well, that's good. You won't be dealing with somebody who's behaving stupidly anymore. And this one, Beetle, good fortune. Yeah, that's good. We like that a lot. Okay. Okay, guys. Yep, I could have chose wealth. I could have chose, I don't know, love, whatever else the green ones are. But no, I chose marriage. Again, I tried not to. I really did. So, nope, that's the tarot. Let's get the Lenormand, Archangel Michael, if you will, please. Thank you for being here with all of us, protecting this reading. Thank you. What is it that the Lenormand wants to say to these cards as it pertains to remembering? The book. Well, the book, the Akashic Records, the book of knowledge. Yeah, remembering all that you know. Wisdom and all that. 2 and 6 is 8, which has to do with abundance. Now, abundance can mean many different things as well. Oh yeah, I was going to read this. Remembering, which is card number 29, which is 11. Master number. That's not it. Where is it? Oh my God. Where's card number 29? How come I can't see it? 29. I don't think it's these numbers. Maybe it's in alphabetical order. I don't think so, though. Maybe it is. Here it is. Remembering. So, it says, keywords, reflection, inner knowing, knowledge, right? Inner knowing, wisdom, realignment with your inner knowing. Through reflection, which would be, contemplation, reflection on something, meditation. Oh, how thy glimpse glimmer in the darkest. Oh, how thy glimpse glimmer in the darkest of sights, never forgotten, never still, yet pacing in the mind in the twilight of the night. Remembering invites you to think back to happier days and be reminded of what it was like to feel free and at ease. It's common to lose the feeling of wonder from childhood as we grow into adults. You build lives and fill your days with responsibilities, but the child that lives within you holds the key to your most authentic self. This is a part of you that leaps without fear and isn't jaded by social conditioning. Remember this inner child, for they are waiting for you to permit yourself to play. Have some fun, kick up your heels and be joyful. You uphold remembering to remind you to have fun and to remember the little joys of life. Not just say, and I didn't read this, guys, when I said that, to remind you to have fun, to play, and be joyful. And this is like reminding you to have fun and to remember the little joys of life. Have you been too serious lately? Probably so. Have you forgotten what it's like to make time to play and be silly? Life is hard, there's no denying that, but children can often see things with clear eyes because the harshness of life has not yet weighed them down. You are guided to connect with a part of you that remains innocent, knows how to be present in the moment, and can see things with pure optimism and joy. That's beautiful. It really is. So pure optimism and joy. So who's the turkey that is trying to take your sunshine? Who's the turkey that you're aligned with? Because that's marriage. I don't mean romantically necessarily, but you're aligned with. Like maybe it's like, how in the family thing you have the parent, and then you have people who are your cohorts and your sub whatever, I don't recall, but it's kind of like your siblings are your cohorts, the ones that are on the same level as you. So it could be a sibling that is behaving really badly, but you're aligned with them in some way. You're aligned with them. But things are going to change. The butterfly energy comes along, and then it's good fortune. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Wheel of Fortune card came out. But it's like it's destiny. It's something that you know to be what it needs to be. It's remembering the one within you who seeks joy, happiness, and peace. Joy, happiness, peace, fun, right? Maybe it's somebody, the turkey, maybe somebody who wants to have fun with you. When you think I don't know about you, but I often use the word turkey when I say, oh, you're such a turkey. Meaning you're just so silly, you're silly. You're silly, you just did something silly. Oh, you're such a turkey. Yeah, why the poor turkeys get that, but yeah, you're just a turkey. So somebody may be in your environment that either you're married to or you're partnered up with, aligned with in some way, in cohort, partnership, at work, friend, family member, whatever it is. They want you to have fun, and you've been too serious lately. Too serious. You're taking all the fun out of what you know to be true about yourself. You're not allowing your authentic self to shine, or somebody is stepping on your sunshine. Okay. Let's see. 26, but they got the 10 of Pentacles here because it's the 10 of Diamonds. So, that's a legacy. 10 of Pentacles. It has to do with what's real and true. Like it's been, stands the test of time kind of thing, because it's got a clock on the book. So stands the test of time, something to be tried, tested, and true. And joy and happiness is our birthright. It is who we are, after all. That the essence is that joy and happiness within each one of us. Okay, so Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what does Tarot want to tell us about this story? Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. You got a map to your your pentacle, right? You got a map to it. Your prosperity and abundance, your good times, the finish line, right? The Ten of Pentacles, finish line. You have, it's like the Knight of Pentacles is saying you have the roadmap. You know what you need to do, but you're just not doing it. Okay. Three of Pentacles, working in conjunction and collaboration with others to do whatever it is that you are, destined, you are meant to achieve. You may need to work with others to help you, to pull you out of your seriousness. Ten of Wands, there's your seriousness. They're pulling you out of that. You're going to be letting your burdens down that's been keeping you from feeling free. And what is that other word? Free and 59, remembering 97. That's what, yeah. Free and at ease. It's common to lose the feeling of wonder from childhood as we grow into adults. Yeah, free and at ease. You let all these burdens down, which 10 is the end, you are. Someone's going to be helping you do that in collaboration, right? But the Three of Pentacles, you're working with somebody so that you can build a new foundation, and one that has to do with your authentic self, remembering who you really are. The Strength card, yeah, strength and courage could take you. Seven of Swords, the Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords with the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, two aces right here, wonderful. Four Cups, and then the near future, King of Cups, the Magician. The Six of Wands, victory and success. The Hermit, of course, has got to come in. Some truth in the Ten of Swords and the World and the Moon. I don't think we may need the truth, the Knight of Swords, but we'll see. Keep that on the peripheral. So, what we got here is that I think the scenario is either feeling as though it's either somebody is making you feel serious, like causing you to feel serious because they're acting stupidly. Okay? Not stupidly in a funny way, but just stupidly in a annoying way. And it's making you, it could be a kid, it's just making you be serious, to have to lay down the law kind of thing. Lay down the law. But you have a roadmap to success with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles goes at it slow. Slow and steady wins the race. And they do cross the finish line. They do finish. They do succeed. And we do have the Six of Wands here. Succeeding. So you're going to succeed, but it's going to take some help. Some help from some friends. People you work with, in business with, just friends, family, romantic partner. It could be somebody needs to entice you or encourage you to step out of your role of being the law bringer, just being serious, where you don't go out socially, or if you go out, you're sort of a lump on the log around others. You don't engage with the socialness of it. It's just that things are going to get better, of course, and good fortune's on the way for you. So don't forget that. But this alignment with somebody, like I said, it could be a kid, one of your kids that's off the straight and narrow path. That they may be doing drugs, or they're drinking and driving, or they're having unprotected sex. You find these things out, right? Or they don't come home when they're supposed to. They come home late at night. They stumble in. They mouth you off. They totally disrespect what you have to say. They're just being disenfranchised is their way of saying, I just, you don't approve of anything I do, and you're always telling me what to do, and trying to make me do work all the time. Whatever their grievance is towards you as a parent. Okay, I'm not saying this is happening, but the kids, they come up with these ideas, and this, I know my own. When I talk, when I spoke clearly to my daughter, because I figured she's going to understand me best if I speak like this, clearly at this level of, she said, "Mom, why are you yelling at me? why are you're screaming at me?" And I'm talking like this, like I am to you right now. And she's telling me it's because otherwise I mumble. I guess. Otherwise I mumble, and she's used to me mumbling. So when I'm not mumbling and speaking clearly, I guess I'm yelling, I'm screaming at her. Anyways, I tried to get over that. I didn't know how else to do that. Because mumbling, she wasn't listening to me anyways, right? Anyways, here we go. We've got the Knight of Pentacles is going to cross the finish. You got the roadmap to success. You do. It's in you. And it's a destiny for you. It's your path. Your meaningful path of purpose in life for you. And the purpose in life for you is not to be stoic. It's not to be serious. It's not to let down your friends when they ask you to go out, to stay at home all the time, to work hard. If you're not staying at home all the time, you're always at work, always on your cell phone. You just can't let your hair down. You get really aggravated or anxious or upset about whatever information comes to you through your cell phone, laptop, other people, work, whatever it is. You maybe have too many responsibilities at work and at home or in life in general. Too many responsibilities, and you just can't let your hair down because you feel like you have to have your finger in all the pots in order to make sure that they stay organized and spinning. Because you feel you might be under the belief that if your finger's not constantly in every single one of those pots, one of them's going to stop spinning. It's going to throw the whole thing off. Every other pot is going to go for pot. It's just things are just going to crash and burn if you don't stay on top of things or on top of people. Might be of that belief. And you might be the turkey who's acting stupidly, behaving stupidly. But anyways, you've got somebody that you're either managing who's behaving stupidly. It could be a kid, could be a spouse, it could be someone that you at work, you have authority over. It could be a co-worker, someone the same level as you that's behaving stupidly and they're making things difficult for you at work. Could be a family member, whatever it is, a friend. Someone's behaving stupidly in a bad way for you. And so you have to, you're like feeling as though you've got to lay the law down, and however way that works for you. You've got to be the one who doesn't let them get away with something. That you're going to keep them in line. You're going to you're just going to be constantly worried that whatever they're doing is going to have an effect on you. And so it's keeping you like feeling anxious, depressed maybe. but you're not having fun. Just put it that way. You're not remembering who you are, which is that inner child, the authentic one. Excuse me. You're not remembering that in the times when you need to let things go, to let some things go. Fight the good battle, the ones that you know you can win, and let the other ones go. So if it's not somebody that you're managing who's behaving badly, it's somebody who's trying to get you to lighten up. Okay, it's either or of that. Someone trying to get you to lighten up. And you're aligned with them in some way, whether it's a co-worker, a family member, friend, a marriage partner, a kid. You're aligned with them. You're in partnership with them because you're responsible for your kid. You might be responsible for your co-workers' work that they do, you know, because it might be at work that whatever your co-workers are doing, that are doing the same thing as you. Whatever they don't do sheds a bad light on you as well, you know, with employers, with your managers and stuff. So anyways, you've got the roadmap to success. You have just been there's a noise in the background. I don't know where it's coming from. But you've just been kind of forgetting that you have the joy within you, that you have the power to bring things around for yourself, a change for the better, to bring out your more fortunate side, your happy side, the prosperous side, the Ten of Pentacles side, the side that says, I am the power, I am everything, I don't need to be upset if I don't need to be upset, right? In this moment, if I choose to be upset, I'll be upset. But I can also choose not to be upset, so I will, in this moment, decide I'm not going to be upset. I'm going to let that go for now, and I'm going to think of something else, do something else, go out with friends, whatever. Okay? You get what I'm saying? So you're going to need help doing this. You need help. And this is them helping you let go of your burdens and your strength and courage to be able to deal with the person who is wanting to bring out the best in you, you know, behaving like a turkey, you know, being silly, or dealing with the person who's behaving badly. You're going to dig deep in within you, and you're going to face the lion, and you're actually going to look them straight in the eye and probably straight into their mouth, right? Because that's the strength and courage, that the inner courage that you have within you, the one that's authentically you. You're going to say, you know what? I don't have to stole away and just be all mad and upset and just angry on my own and making other people's lives miserable with the Seven of Swords, right? Seven of Swords is about it's deception, yes, and trickery and betrayal and all that sort of stuff, but it's also about just being like taking the swords out of your back, so that you can take the swords, you can allow others to take the swords out of their back that you put in their back. Do you see what I'm saying? You got swords in your back that hurt. It's painful. And we usually lash out, right? When we're in pain, we project. So other people are to blame. You know, those are the swords in their back. You're throwing swords into their back. So when you decide to put the swords down, you've been deceiving yourself to think that your pain is important enough to you. Yes, it is. But it's your pain that you shouldn't allow yourself to be happy, because you have too much of a grievance. You have too much pain. You have too much disappointment. I'm thinking, my mind is always active in the sense that it's saying, you have every reason to feel victimized. You have every reason to be upset, mad, and angry. Your mind keeps telling you that, and you keep saying, yeah, I do, so I can't be happy. If I'm going to be unhappy, I can't be happy. So my mind's telling me that you should be angry, you should be upset, this person behaves stupidly, and you've got to dig deep in yourself to be able to say, I've got to let the swords I need to pull the swords out of my back. I need help. I need someone to help me do that, to let go of the burdens that I'm feeling, so that I can, so that allows other people to remove the swords from their back. And this Ace of Wands is like, that's a brand new beginning. A beginning of passion, passionate pursuits, feeling free, and persuading yourself to behave, act, right, with the wands, act in a way that is going to bring you life, like this in this. So she's holding a Japanese tree, bonsai tree or something like that, and they're holding it with the butterflies or the hummingbirds are coming along and drinking the nectar and everything. You're holding life in your hands. You're feeling more alive because you're letting go of the swords and the wands. You're allowing yourself to see back into who you really are. The powerful person that you are, the remembering, right? The remembering of that authentic child. You're allowing yourself to look within. Intuitively you know what's best to do, but you haven't been doing it. You know, but you just haven't been following your own knowingness. You can know one thing, but it's one thing to know, it's another thing to act. But it's about learning to love yourself, to be good to yourself too. You have to start loving yourself. You are the precious pearl that you need to find within you, that authentic child, right? The child within you. Because there is not anyone else that's going to do it for you except you. See, the divine coming in with, was a seashell, but it's for, cup of love. The divine's coming in. So the divine can only do for you what you will allow the divine to help you out with. So unless you decide to allow someone else to help you navigate your way forward, to remove your obstacles of burdens and, your grievances, the who should, what should, who didn't, and I should, and they should, and all this sort of should stuff. I could have, I didn't, blame, projection, whatever. If you don't remove those, allow others to help you, and this is readings about that. The divine is speaking to you. What does it have to say to you? It's saying allow others to help you. Allow the turkey to either teach you to let go of your grievances, or if it's like, if that's someone acting stupidly, you've got to allow yourself to remove what's causing you the pain, that's making you judge this person harshly, that you see them behaving stupidly. Now, if it's a person about fun, being silly, then you are going to be allowing this person to have some kind of influence over you, working with you to do that. Okay? But in any case, whether it's someone who is behaving badly or behaving silly, in a fun way, trying to get you out of your serious zone, working too hard or whatever it is, you are going to need someone to help you. You're going to be engaging with somebody to help you release your burdens. The strength and courage, whenever I look at the strength card, I think of a counselor, a coach, or somebody who's going to help you open up the book to your wisdom, open up your inner self, to your inner self. So you're going to find the strength and courage to do that, and you'll be walking a path, because you're going to be removing these swords that have been causing you a lot of pain, and allowing others to have a reprieve from you as well, and start living, giving life by living your life, passionately pursuing whatever it is that gives you pleasure, knowing deep within, with the High Priestess, that you are a precious gem with the Ace of Cups, that you need to love yourself more than you have been. Again, you've just forgotten how powerful you truly are, And the divine is saying, I can only give you what you're willing to look at. Well, I can only give to you what you're willing to allow me to bring into your life. If you keep looking at the disappointments, right, those wands and swords, if you keep looking at disappointments, which she is doing, well, let's see here. Is she doing it? And she's sort of looking at the person looking at the card. So she's neither looking at this or that. So she's getting there. You're getting there. But the divine can only bring to you what it is that truly is going to make you happy if you allow the divine to do that. And that's by putting yourself in neutral zone, your mind in neutral. No longer having a grievance towards yourself or anyone else in that moment, at least for enough time for you to actually smile and say, I'm ready to have some fun today, even if it's for 10 minutes, you know? King of Cups comes along and he toots your horn. Toots your horn. This could be the one that's going to help you. But between you and this King of Cups person, you're going to be able to, move mountains with the Magician. You have everything that you need, all the resources that you need. You have the wisdom. You have the knowledge, which is the wisdom. You have the Pentacle, which is like what you're pursuing with the wisdom, is the abundance, the legacy of what is tried, tested, and true. You also have the wand with the passion, the inspiration to want to live your life. And you have the Cup, which is this King of Cups person coming into your life to help bring you into that balance, to be the magician, to manifest what it is that truly is going to make you sing. Sing in the Six of Wands energy. You'll be revered by others, if not by yourself. You're going to be enjoying time with your friends and co-workers again, your family and whatnot. And you're going to be at peace. You're going to be sitting in this during times when other times you were angry. Okay, angry, upset, reticent about something, just like the swords and the wands time, where you are not remembering your true happy inner self because you've got something going on that you're dealing with. You're going to be sitting in the energy of peace and calm because you're connected. You've connected yourself back to what you know to be true. You just have let life, this is for you, pile 2. The divine is telling you that you have let life get to you a little bit too much lately, and it's taken your joy away. And you need, what it has for you is that it's got people, it's got somebody here if you but allow yourself, remember, for the divine to bring something into your life that's going to make things better, change for the better, and the good fortune. If you align yourself with somebody who has a lot of heart, kindness, love for you, cares for you, whatever. Someone who's got a lot of heart, deeply feels their emotions, that are emotionally balanced, they're a great person to align with. You're going to be able to manifest the things that you want in your life, six of Wands, and be at peace now. Be at peace and feeling like truly calm and happy, peaceful. Not all, all wound up over somebody acting stupidly, or just your life in general, that you haven't been allowing yourself to share in the good times with other people. Okay? You're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to work at it. They'll be working on you. That's why it's a 3 of Pentacles as opposed to the 3 of Cups. Okay? So take care of yourself. I hope this was helpful information. Bye for now. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen the unknown. Card number 41, which is 5 for change. Think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. So if you think on it, you stumble, right? If you think too much, you don't just let yourself feel what it is that you desire, and it's going to lead you into something that is unknown. Like, you can't have certainties. Can't have certainties and desire at the same time. I mean, yeah, desire isn't certain. You can be certain about what you desire, but it's always going to, if you're following your heart, it's always going to lead to things that are going to not be like you're not going to be certain about it. If I can explain myself, you're not going to be certain about it. It's going to bring mystery, is what I'm saying. The unknown is mystery. So, yeah, look at that big black dot in front of her eye. So one eye you can see with, the other you cannot. So there'd be half of what you can trust or feel guaranteed about, certain about. The other part is going to be the mystery of it. Okay, so if it wasn't this card that you're looking at for the divine is speaking to you, what does it have for you? What does it have for you? If it wasn't the card, you did it with the number. So 1 or 6, right? Or 16, 61, or 7 resonated with you. If not that, it was your zodiac sign, which is Gemini and Aquarius, with Capricorn and Libra. Okay, and I'm going to read the description of the unknown to you in a moment with the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle deck. Let's pick some cards here. Yeah, let's pick some cards here. I'm going to pick a blue one. I keep saying blue, it's green. I'm picking this one. God, I hope it's not marriage. It's career. Yay. Oh my goodness. Pile 1, I got marriage, and I tried hard not to pick it again. I should have just taken it out of the deck. But I picked marriage again. But everything happens for a reason. So it was meant to be, right? Right, guys? Okay. 3 more cards. Whale, great worry over nothing. Yeah, the unknown. Great worry over nothing. So don't worry about it. Fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Like, that doesn't really matter. Just dealing with a fair woman. Someone who's fair. Okay, last card is Scissors. Disappointment in some affair. Some affair, and then you got fair. Interesting. Sort of an oxymoron kind of thing. Oh, contrasting ideas there. All right, fair and affair. Disappointment in some affair. You're cutting it out, or someone cut you out. Okay, so the unknown. What have we got, Archangel Michael? What Lenormand wants to speak to this. This one? Snake. Oh my goodness. Number 7. It's divine. It's the Queen of Clubs, Queen of Wands. So 7 snake, divine. It's like the other woman kind of thing, the Queen of Wands. Snake. The divine is also like the snake represents eternity, because it can eat its tail, and it's also like in the Garden of Eden, it's knowledge, right? Let's see what it says here. 7 is divine, 7 is heaven. Something is divinely in divine energy. Card of resourcefulness, deceit, and gossip and deceit. It says deceit twice. Weird. Okay, so personal meanings, it's resourceful plans, treacherous actions, pursuit of one's interests. Meanings in love, it is possible to meet a passionate seducer who is capable of manipulating your desires. Well, isn't that nice? Yeah. Meanings in the field of finance is gossip, discussions behind one's back, untrustworthy business relationships, and contracts with flaws. Eeks. Well, let's see. Personal meaning, resourceful plans. That sounds good. Resourceful plans. Treacherous actions, though. Pursuit of one's interest. 2 out of 3, right? Pursuit of one's interest, not so bad, as long as you're not hurting someone else, right? That's the whole idea of following your heart. The unknown. Oh yeah, I was going to read this. The unknown. Think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. So whatever you feel in your heart, you never know how it's going to work out. Well, you can bet your life it's going to work out well because you're following your heart, you're pursuing your heart, but it's going to lead you down pathways that you're going to be guessing, you're going to be questioning it. You may be questioning it all along the way, which then throws you off the path. So it's kind of like you have to follow it like a ghost. You just got to kind of follow the path without question. Just do what you're feeling inspired to do when you're feeling inspired to do it. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. Okay, the unknown is wide open to you now, and pulling this card is a sign that your creative power and ability to manifest your dreams is growing. Wow. Take advantage of this unusual period of support and abundance from the divine. Visualize all of your deepest desires and greatest wishes. Be the master of your canvas and paint the image of your dreams. Will you dare to entertain your biggest goals? The unknown requires you to be willing to take a risk. What you want cannot be achieved from a place of comfort, of certainty, right? Or in doing what you already know. With significant risk comes great rewards, and the unknown says now is the time to take a leap of faith. Do not be afraid to fail. Even failure has values and lessons that will help you grow. Be bold and be willing to go against conformity for the sake of freedom and divine alignment with your soul's purpose. Yes. So you will, if you start questioning or have doubts, you're going to end up, instead of staying on the straight and narrow to your desire, to your purpose, your soul's purpose, your heart's desire, you will, veer off sometimes, right? But that's life. You veer off and you stumble a bit because you start thinking, no, this is, I don't know about this. I think I need to go this way. You might come to a junction in a road where you either go this way or that way. You start logically considering which way you need to go, and you end up going not the most fruitful way. Well, it depends. It's interpretation, right? It could be fruitful because you're going to be learning some possible harsh life lessons, having chosen that direction. That then helps you realize that you need to be more faithful on the direction you felt more compelled to go but chose not to. That's a lesson, life lesson. You learn to become more faithful about your heart's urges, for you to stay here or do this or do that instead of that. But you want to do that. You want to do that so badly that you do it anyways. Well, yeah, it's going to take you a little longer to get from point A to point B, but it's all valuable in the end. It's all valuable. So don't beat yourself up. We all do it. We all do it. Every single one of us, you know it. So the unknown, you got to take a little bit of a leap of faith and just jump in. Jump in and follow the urges. Not your ego fear urges, the urges of your heart. Because your ego fear will be saying, no, you want to do this, you don't want to do that, you want to do this. This is the more prosperous or more fortuitous path to take than that. Why would you want to go there? That kind of thing. So you're going to have to, becoming aware of it. If you're watching this tarot card reading, you become aware of that. If you're on a path to following a certain, achieving a particular goal or something that you want to experience, watching this tarot card reader is giving you that heads up, right? That whenever you have this thinking in your mind that I got this option or this option, maybe it's like peppermint ice cream or chocolate mint ice cream. I both like them. I like them both, equally like them both. But is there one that will get me to where I need to go if I choose that one? And you might say, well, it's winter, so I think that peppermint, whatever I called it, peppermint ice cream, it seems more logical because it's winter that I should have, they're both ice cream, right? But the flavor seems to fit most with the winter season that you're having your ice cream cone. So I'll choose peppermint mint or peppermint, whatever it's called. Not the chocolate mint. Well, it was the chocolate mint that really, really would have kept you on your path. But, you know, you ate your peppermint ice cream cone and you enjoyed it, and you were satiated for a while, whatever, and then you realized you just got a belly full of gas. These things happen. They do. They happen. And so you suffer a little bit. You might take an antacid. Yeah, you might lay down, or you might sit on the toilet for a while. I don't know. But it didn't sit with you right. You learned a valuable lesson, though. That even though they were both ice creams, that you shouldn't always use logic to make a decision, a choice. Just because it was winter that you went with peppermint. Peppermint seems to fit winter more than like chocolate. It's cold chocolate is, you know, frozen chocolate. You know, may not be as good as soft chocolate is. Anyways. All right, what we got going on here? We have the Fool. Wow, look at there. You got the Fool. Take a risk. Well, look what you're doing. You're going to be taking a leap of faith. So, great worry over nothing. You have, you've got this thing going on. This desire, this journey, this new decision to make, this choice that you're going to either stay at this job or find a new job in something that you enjoy more, you feel you'd enjoy more. It's because we're talking about career here. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it is about your career or about your work. It just means that it has something to do with what you like to do. And you know, how you're going to spend your time. Right? During your waking hours, how you're going to spend your time. But we've got a fair woman here. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Now, it could mean that for you, but it's just a fair woman. We're talking about somebody who is fair. You have great worry over nothing. Somebody's fair, so somebody might be bringing something to you that that you just don't know. You don't know if you should or if you shouldn't. If you should or if you shouldn't. And it's the dealings with this person, right? If you should or you shouldn't. If you should or you shouldn't, and you've been worried over it, and essentially it turns out you might be thinking that this person is going to let you down, and that they're going to trick you in some way. But what you find out is that they are not what you thought they were, and they are very fair-minded. In other words, what they do is it's something that you're doing together. You know, you're working on together, or working towards, or experiencing together, like, or an offer. They make an offer. Let's say, like an example. An example is. That you are, I mean, when I think of this, have you got scissors here with hair, right? Great worry over nothing. Let's say you want to change your appearance. You want to go from long hair to a nice, short, sassy cut. That's just an example, right? Just so I can help translate what the energy is as I'm talking about. And I might just go with that whole example, but you can somehow have to figure out how it relates to your story, just because it's just easier to go with a storyline. But it can fit in your life if you just kind of take what for characters and situations a bit more symbolic or metaphorically, whatever. So the unknown is that you want to go from long hair to short sassy haircut, and you're thinking to yourself, I've had long hair for such a long time, but I'm not sure if a short sassy haircut is for me. Well, how will I look with a short sassy haircut? I'm getting tired of long hair because it's so much work, you know. It's and I always put it up, always having it a ponytail or put up somehow. I never really keep it down long for very long. So it's like, why do I even bother having long hair? It's constantly up anyways. So but you're worried, great worry over nothing. You're worried that you're not going to like it. You're not going to like the haircut, and then you got this short hair, and all your long hair is laying on the floor at the hairdressers. So your hairdresser is this person here, a fair woman, the one who could be blonde, gray, or white hair, but also somebody who is like, she's just a nice person. She's fair-minded in the sense that she's going to take into consideration, because she's a professional, take into consideration that you're taking a giant leap of faith, going from long hair to short hair. Giant leap of faith. And you're worried though. You're worried that, because you're going to be in her place of business, right? You'll be working with her to bring about this new look for yourself. And she might even do your makeup too, or might be a cosmetologist in the house kind of thing. So you're worried about this. What turns out you're going to be worried over nothing, because you're going to really like your long hair, or like your short sassy haircut. It's going to look great on you. And but you're worried that it's going to be a disappointing affair with your hairstylist, that they're going to cut your hair off and you're going to be very gravely disappointed, and you're going to feel as though that they're going to let you down in some way, that they're just doing what you are hiring them to do and not really considering what the effects might be, just being kind of snaky, not really. It's more for like, it's more about them, is what you're thinking. While you're going in there, you're paying them money, you want your hair cut, and they're going to cut your hair because you said you want your hair cut, they're going to cut your hair. But what it turns out to be is that this person's a lot more fair-minded, in the sense that they're more conscious about your feelings, about the way you're going to look. So what they're going to do is they're going to educate you, yes, but they're also going to counsel you on the effects, the result, your emotional result of going from, she might actually say to you, it might be a better idea to take this step by step, is what I'm saying here. That this person might say, it'd be better for you, if you're that worried about it, that scared about it, that the scissors are going to just ruin your life, okay? It'd be best if, would we just take an inch and a half off today, or 2 inches? What do you think? An inch and a half. She's going to say, fair 9. What do you think? Inch and a half? 2 inches? What do you think? I don't think it would be good to go any more than 2 inches. What do you think? She'll say, what do you think? What do you think? So she's not going to be, you're going to find out that she's not sneaky. You don't have anything to worry about, and you're not going to be disappointed, because you're going to walk out of there with maybe 2 inches at the most, less hair than you had before. So you have a chance to be able to go home and have a look at it in the mirror, and try out your new hairdo with people and outfits and stuff like that, and to see if you really do want to go a little bit further yet, or if you're good with where you're at. And you'd be very happy either way. You're happy that you didn't go too short, but you're happy that if you're feeling good at what the length it is at right now, that you feel more maybe courageous to take another step forward and go another 2 inches or whatever. But you're going to be taking that leap of faith. The Three of Swords is the next card. So disappointment. That's what worried about taking that leap. Too big of a leap. Too much of a jump off too high of a cliff, right? Might hurt. That you'd be thoroughly disappointed. and then we've got the Six of Pentacles. And then the fairness comes in because you got the fair person here, this balance, the Six of Pentacles, fairness. He gives something, Christopher gives a present to Eeyore because he's getting a present from Pooh. So Pooh Bear's got a present for Christopher, so Christopher's got a present for Eeyore. So everybody's going to have a present. I think this is probably, Little Piglet has maybe a honey pot, I think, for Pooh. You see? Honey pot for Pooh. So then Piglet's got to have, he's got a present too. Everybody's got a present. That's the moral of the story. Everybody's got a present. Eeyore's probably thinking, no one's ever bought me anything, you know? So he's getting something too. Christopher Robin's making sure of it. But it's really Piglet's making sure of it because he's given to Pooh Bear, who's then given to Christopher Robin, who's then given to Eeyore. Yeah, it's all very fair. With the Four of the Emperor, oh, the Emperor making a decision. And whether, I think, an informed decision is what I felt like saying. This Emperor is making an informed decision to take charge, to make a decision. And what's that decision, I wonder? Queen of Honey Pots, that's the Queen of Cups. To love yourself enough to do what makes you feel most comfortable, that most happy with. The decision, the informed decision, she's going to say, well, I could just, take your money and cut all your hair off and not care about you walking out of here, but I wasn't trained to be like that, and I'm not that type of person. I'm not just going to cut your hair off and leave you feeling very disappointed, going home crying. We're working this together. So you and I are in this together, and I'm going to inform you of how people, manage going from long to short, and how it's maybe best to consider doing it step by step, that kind of thing. So an informed decision to love the idea of not going home and crying, to love the idea of what you look like with just 2 inches or 1.5 inches shorter. Not a big, horrendous deal. It might be for some, but in this story, it's not, okay? You're going to feel like you've been well informed. It's fair, she's fair, and you're well informed, and so you're going to love the idea of having a change in life. With the Empress, so you're balanced, You have the energy of being in balance, in the energy of balance, of saying with the fairness, the balance, that's balance, this is balance, the energies of I'm making an informed decision, acting like an emperor, but I'm being beautiful. I'm going to look beautiful. Queen of Cups and the Empress energy, I am going to be looking beautiful with, 1.5, 2 inches shorter. Not a whole like 5 or 6 or 8 inches, however long your hair is, to need to be cut off to get that sassy look, short sassy look. You're not going for the gusto right away. You're just going to take what you feel is practical, a practical approach to something that you're not going to, logically decide that you came in for a short and sassy haircut, and so you should walk out of there with that, no matter how you're going to feel about it later. That would be eating a peppermint ice cream because it's winter. That'd be choosing the peppermint ice cream because it's winter. It's just like going for some form of logic. Well, I made the decision to go short, so I'm going to go short. That's all. That's what I'm going to do. End of it. Doesn't matter how I walk out feeling about myself afterwards. When you should have taken the chocolate chip, mint chocolate chip ice cream. Okay, so that would be, the ice cream to eat that's going to fill you up, it's going to be delicious and all this sort of stuff. And it doesn't leave you feeling like with gut rot afterwards. You're going to be feeling, you're not going to be crying in the mirror looking at your short hairstyle, hating it, and hating you and berating yourself. You're going to be loving yourself because you took the chocolate chip mint ice cream and it's making you feel really good. You love chocolate after all. Yeah, you love chocolate, but you went with the mint, you know, you might have went with the mint peppermint one. And then we have the Magician. What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? Oh, the Eight of Wands. Wow. That's, you know, back and forward communication, you know, energy, back and forward energy. You might be like going back and forth because they're manifesting this short, sassy hairstyle, but over time. Let's see what's going on. With the Eight of Pentacles, working hard. Yeah, working hard with your fair-minded woman. So your hairdresser, the one that you've come to trust and learn to love, because she really showed up for you. She really did. And it wasn't like you thought it was going to be with her, or the experience with her, right? So you manifested back and forth visits. You see, action. Back and forth visits with your hairdresser to go another 1.5 inches, 2 inches, another 1.5 inches, 2 inches over time. Working hard at that. The two of you are working hard at you finding a way to your short and sassy haircut, but over time in a manner that is going to make you feel more comfortable, and more comfortable. With the like every time you come out of the hairdresser, you're 2 inches shorter. You're saying, well, what would another 2 inches? Well, what's the difference now? You know, I like where my length is right now, and I'll wait. You know, maybe 2 months from now, I'll go back and get another 2 inches off. Well, it's already grown 2 inches, so maybe it'll be 3 inches. Who knows? But then we got the King of Honey Pots, which is a match the Queen of Honey Pots, the King of Swords. The Six of Swords, which is the solution with the Temperance. Yeah. There's that Queen of Wands, too. What do you got here? The Eight of Honey Pots, Eight of Cups, and the High Priestess. We don't need this. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Queen of Wands. It speaks of this, right? The one where you thought that she was, because Queen of Wands is usually the third person, the third party person. The one who is cheating, or not cheating, but being party to your cheating spouse. So they're not someone that can be trusted, really, unless they don't know that they're married, that your spouses, unless they don't know that your spouse has not told them that they're. Anyways, we'll assume that they know you're married in this story. Okay. So it'd be like somebody, you'd be thinking that there's somebody who would just take advantage of the situation just because they got the scissors, right? They got the power to do that in the third party situation. But in this situation, it's just a person like who can't be trusted necessarily. You don't feel like maybe you can trust her. And you don't even know her. But anyways, okay, so the King of Honey Pots is somebody with the King of Swords and the Six of Swords with Temperance. King of Honey Pots. I think it's going to be, this is your near future. So as you're working with this fair-minded person, you either are with somebody and you leave them. Could be, right? Disappointing affair that might have taken place between them and Queen of Wands, right? That they've been working with, or you're working with, whatever. Like I said, it's going to be different. I'm sticking with the haircut scenario, but you apply it as it works for you. So this person here, this King of Cups person, is somebody that I do believe, they're seeing you as being very attractive, being very, you're being, because of your hairdo, you know, you're going towards that short sassy look, or even during the time when you've just got shorter hair. You haven't got it all cut off yet, but somebody is seeing you in a nice light, the King of Honey Pots, King of Cups. And they're in some kind of strategy to win you over. Yeah, that's what I get. They got some kind of strategy. The King of Swords, a strategy. They're their strategy king. They've got some kind of plan, strategy to win you over. You know, take you from rough waters to calmer waters, emotional waters, to win you over. To bring a solution to your either breaking off with somebody and being with them, or you're single and this person is attracted to you. They tell you, I like your hair, you know, I like your hair. You look great in that hairstyle. You just got it cut. Yes, as a matter of fact, I've been doing it over 6 months. I used to have long hair and I couldn't go from long to short in one fell sweep. But I've become very friendly with my hairdresser, who I didn't trust in the beginning, but now I do. I am at peace. I'm in balance. I am. You're in balance. You're looking good. You're the Emperor energy. You're looking beautiful as the Queen of Cups and the Empress energy. You know, you got things going on. Manifesting like crazy because of the decisions that you've made. Okay? That you're going to just do things that are not going to cause you to feel like you've broken your own heart or someone else is giving someone else the opportunity to break your heart. But you're going to be communicating back and forth, whoever it is, whatever it is. In this situation, it's with your hairdresser. And you're going to be working hard with them to manifest a really good outcome, which is going to draw an attraction to you with the King of Cups. King of Swords, he's got a plan to draw you in, yes, to his fold, where you're going to be like happily ever after with them. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel good about you. You're going to feel good about your life. You're going to feel good about the decisions that you've made. That is what the divine has for you. It's telling you, one, like they say, how do you address an elephant in a room? You one tiny chunk at a time, right? One tiny piece at a time. So take things, because it's a mystery, right? The mystery of what you're going to look like. You don't know how you're going to look like with a short, sassy hairstyle. You don't know yet. And so it's a mystery. And if that's truly what you want, in the end, if that's truly what you want, you go for it. You follow your heart. You let the divine lead you there. And you do that through finding the ability to find trust, you know, to put your trust in someone, which is putting your trust in the divine. Put your trust in someone who is going to end up, because you're putting your trust in them, you're going to be met with somebody who is going to treat you right. They're going to be fair with you so that you feel heard and taken care of. And that's what I got for you. That's what you have, is that you get what you're going for. Just doing it slower. The divine is telling you this. You're going to do it a little bit slower, just so that it's like one step at a time, because you're going towards something you're not certain about. It's a mystery. But you're taking a leap of faith anyways. But you're not going to do it in a way that's going to cause you a lot of pain, crying and emotional upset. You're not going to do it in that manner. You're going to do it you're going to get help from a friend, you know. You're going to give your trust to this person who's going to be able to, they're going to win your trust, because they're going to talk to you about going, you know, just going blunt from long to short. Maybe it's not the best decision for you to make. It's up to you. What do you think they're going to say? And then you're going to make that informed decision, and it's going to work out very, very nicely for you. You're going to be at peace and happy with your decisions, with somebody in your life who really likes your hairstyle. Okay, really, really likes your hairstyle, no matter how long it is. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful to you. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.